what would you like first? Your group.
Bony anatomy for 300.
Bony for 3. Okay, what is the orange arrow pointing to? Yeah. Greater trochanter. Correct. Sorry, it's going to take me a second because I'm doing it on 2 computers. Greater trochanter. So make sure you keep track of your points this time, as we know previous groups did not. So that was 300. Okay, so what would you like next? Bony for 4. What is the arrow pointing to? Talus, correct. That is our talus. You got 400. This is hard doing this on 2 computers. Okay, what do you want next? 200? Ooh. Yeah. Back group. Cuboid, correct. This one went the wrong one. So that was 200. What would you like next? You have 1 and 5 left in bony. 100. What is the arrow pointing to? So what is number 5? Tibial tuberosity. Correct. So what would you guys like? You have 500 left in bony anatomy. Okay. So what is number 1, the orange arrow pointing to? Yeah. Yes, the adductor tubercle. So this is very good to study from, because as you can see, I put the time and effort into making all these numbers, so you'll probably see it again. Adductor tubercle. So that was 500. Are you guys keeping track of your score? Okay. So you have all of muscle, origins, insertions, and actions. Muscle anatomy for 200. What is the blue arrow pointing to? It's number 2. Biceps femoris. You are correct. That was 200. Okay. What would you like next? Sorry, because now I can only hear the speaker from the other classroom. Muscle for 3. Which must be very loud in that classroom. What is the blue arrow pointing to? Tibialis anterior. Correct. That group's coming back with a vengeance, so they want their points. Okay, you have 1, 4, and 5 left for muscle anatomy. 4. What is the blue arrow pointing to? Iliopsoas. Correct. Okay, you have 1 and 5 left in muscle anatomy. 1. What is the blue arrow pointing to? It's number 1. Yeah? Sartorius, correct. So that was 100. Do you guys want muscle anatomy for 5? Okay. What is the blue arrow pointing to? Mm-hmm. Nope. Look at what it's connected to. So it's on the lateral side of the leg. So you can eliminate a bunch of muscles because you know it's lateral. It's at the top. Mm-hmm. Tensor fascia lata. Remember the TFL attaches at the top of the IT band? It's the one that moves the IT band. Tensor fascia lata. So that was 500. Okay, you've got origins, insertions, and actions left. Origins 1? Okay. Lateral proximal fibula, fibular head, and interosseous membrane. Yeah. Peroneus longus. Correct. Origins 2. So this one, ischial tuberosity, there are multiples, list them all. Yeah. Yeah, so what are the muscles of the hamstrings? Okay. Yes, a little rough getting there. So biceps femoris, semimembranosus, you said right. Semitendinosus, which you said right. Yes, semimembranosus, semitendinosus. So we know the hamstrings is a group of muscles. It's not the identifying name for them. Okay, you have origins 3, 4, 5 left in all of insertions and actions. 300. Anterior superior iliac spine. Yeah. No. Yeah. Sartorius. Correct. So remember, rectus femoris went to anterior inferior iliac spine. That's why I said like use the eye to eye. Versus sartorius starts with an S, ASIS. That's just how I remembered it. Okay, origins for 4 and 5 are left, and then all of insertions and actions. Insertions for what? 100? This is another one. You have to name them all. Patella to tibial tuberosity. Yeah? Correct. So quadriceps group, rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, vastus intermedius. Correct. That was 100. Okay. So you have origins for 5, insertions above 100, and all of actions. Actions 500. At least you're jumping around now. Make it a little bit more entertaining. Knee flexion, hip flexion, abduction, external rotation. Yes, sartorius. That is the figure 4 position. So that is 500 for you guys. Okay, there is 4, 5 in origins, 2 through 5 in insertions, 1 through 4 actions.
400 for actions.
400 for actions. Adduction. So there may be multiples. Is your hand up? No. Say it in their name. So what are the adductors? Okay. Okay. There's one more. Gracilis? Yes, there you go. Which is the spelling error. Adductor longus, brevis, magnus, gracilis. So we know all of the inner thigh muscles are all adductors. Okay. What would you like? You have 1 through 3 in actions, 2 through 5 insertions, 4, 5 origins. Insertions for 300. Fibular head. Yeah. Biceps femoris. Nice and quick. Was that insertions for 3, right? Okay. 300. Okay. You know what you want next? You want me to tell you which ones you have left?
Yeah.
You have 4, 5 in origins, 2, 4, 5 insertions, 1 through 3 actions.
400 origins.
400 origins. Oops. This stupid scroll wheel messes everything up. You said 400, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shaft of the femur.
Vastus intermedius.
Yes. That one everyone almost got. Vastus intermedius. Okay. You have 500 left in origins if you just want to finish that one out.
Yeah, 500 origins. Yeah.
Okay. Try to get my mouse to click on it. Posterior lateral ilium, inferior to the iliac crest. So, do we know where the ilium is? Right? Posterior ilium. So that's kind of butt region, right? Underneath the iliac crest. Gluteus medius. Correct. 500. Okay. We have insertions for 2, 4, 5, actions 1 through 3 left. Insertions for 2. Dorsal surface of the middle and distal phalanxes of toes 2 through 5. Correct. Extensor digitorum longus. So you know it's going to be digitorum longus because you know it's going to the toes 2 through 5. So then you just need to figure out, is it an extensor or is it a flexor? So if you extend your toes, they're coming up towards the dorsum of your foot. You wouldn't have something on the bottom of your foot extending your toes. So the bottom would be flexion, top would be extension. Extensor digitorum longus. Okay, what would you like next? I think you have 4 and 5 left in insertions and 1 through 3 in actions. 300? dorsiflexion and inversion. Yeah?
Tibialis anterior.
Correct. Tibialis anterior. Okay. Okay, you have 1 and 2 in actions, 4 and 5 in insertions.
200 for that.
200 for actions. Hip extension and external rotation. So narrow your search down. What are the main hip extensors? We know hip extensors are on the posterior side, right? Gluteus maximus. It's your main hip extensor. That was 200. You have 1, 4, and 5 left. 4. There are multiples. Pezzi and serine. There's multiples. AB. Yes, there's 3 back there. So say them all. Sartorius gracilis semitendinosus. So remember the abbreviation Sargent Pez is how you would remember that. Okay, so there is 5 and 1 left. 5. Inferior surface of the navicular, cuneiform, and cuboid. Yeah. Tibialis posterior, correct. That was 500. Okay, last one is actions for 100. List all of them. Knee extension. Or just whatever is the main muscle group that does knee extension. Okay, so what are the 4 quadriceps? Correct. So quadriceps, all 4. Okay, tally up your scores. Okay, so I have a feeling you guys got first. What did you get? 47? Well, 4,700. Yeah. 1,500? 1,500 tie? Okay. So we will do your group. Send me an email with your names saying you got first place. You guys can both send me and say you tied for second with all your names, and you will get credit for your exam. So for Friday's class, it will be an online activity. You won't come to class for you to review, kind of just like a study guide almost for your exam, which will be on Wednesday because we don't have class on Monday because of like a wellness day or whatever. So you're kind of going to get a long weekend. Wednesday, the exam will open up during our class time, and you will have till the end of the day to do it on Wednesday. You still need to study for it because people think it's online so that they don't have to study at all, and they typically fail it because you don't have enough time to search everything. I know how exams go. I know you're going to look it up. So the most I can recommend is make yourself a really good study guide or a really good chart of all the muscles. So at least you put in the effort to actually create this chart, and then you can just do the test very easily from that. But at least try to put some effort in. If you don't do anything and try to go through my PowerPoints to take the test, you'll run out of time. That's happened every semester that I've done online. At least 5 people run out of time completely and still fail the test. So, if you're going to cheat, at least put a bunch of effort into it, please.